Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your November 2023 new moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in entering to receive a free reading from me, put a turkey in the comment box, a emoji turkey in the comment box. A person will be chosen at random and announced in a separate video, so don't be scammed by anybody contacting you in the comment box below. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels, ooh, goodness. And spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. It's an intense time, Aries, and that makes sense. I mean, this is a new moon in Scorpio. It's on the 13th of November. We're at 20 degrees of Scorpio. That's where the new moon is, 20 degrees of Scorpio. And this challenges us to confront our true desires. Like, what do you really want? Not what is it that you think you want? What is it that you really want? So we're going to see things that we have dedicated ourselves to being questioned, being looked at differently. There's a level of patience that also comes with this new moon that it's like, how do I plant these seeds? How do I grow this? How do I move this forward? With the 9 of Wands reverse, we're tired. We're tired of being tired. We're tired of it feeling so hard, so overwhelming, like one battle after another after another. We're starting to see the bars of the cage, fall away. And it moves us with the 5 of Wands. It moves us from this place of pettiness. We're going to be calling out a lot of things that are just petty in our lives. It's like, I don't want that. I don't need that. And with the Page of Swords, it's air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But it's also being kind of an unwilling student of our mind, of what we want, of the power of our voice, of the way that we're moving forward for ourselves and where we want to be in our lives. And it's crowned with the Tower reversed. It's crowned with something that we thought would be looming over us forever, crumbling away. It's either something that others can see, and it might not be. It might be very, very personal, Aries. But when this crumbles away, it's like, you mean I can run? You mean I'm free? You mean I can move forward? And there's a sense here of new beginnings. I mean, the new moon always brings new beginnings, but this new moon more so than in ways that we're usually used to. And it's going to have us starting to look at things with new eyes. There's almost a sense of, oh my gosh, I can, after so long of feeling like I just can't. So just being aware of that is going to be super, super, super important. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. So we have white light here reversed. We need, and it's a need, and I know that's a little bit harsh to say, but we need to take time to be healers of ourselves, not healers for the rest of the world. If you've stumbled upon this page or you've been watching, these videos or me in spirit for a while, you're not a normal person. You're just not. You're a little bit outside of what everybody else is moving towards, looking for, guided forward to. So just being aware of that and being aware that you are a healer, you are an empath or somebody who is just a little bit more connected to the energy of this world. And you need to take sacred time now to heal and to ground yourself. And that is going to be one of the most important things you can do for yourself. And it's going to be one of the things that we say, oh no, I have plenty of time. Like, I don't need to do this. So just being aware is going to be very, very, very important. So let's see what Spirit wants us to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Yeah, it's the Seven of Wands. Spirit is saying, be mindful. We have ourselves moving away from fighting. When it's fight, flight, or freeze, right? When we are, impacted by something, we have the response is fight, flight, or freeze. We're going to want to fight. And Spirit is saying here, be mindful of that. Be mindful of how our energy is drained. We have ourselves moving away from the Nine of Wands, from the Five of Wands. Both the Nine of Wands and Five of Wands are reversed. We are going to be seeing ourselves standing our ground more, yes, but not having to fight. And this is going to be that old adage of might equals right. I'm going to fight. I'm going to, push this forward. It's going to be the way that I need it to be seen. And Spirit's like, be mindful about this because this will ruin your energy. This will pull you down. The people that we are having a hard time with, they will trip themselves up. They really will. They will mess things up for themselves. Keep moving forward in the energy of love and compassion. Keep moving forward in the power of your heart and your soul. And you're going to find that it's not that people won't play games with you anymore, because they will, but you're going to find that you're not a person that constantly gets targeted anymore or constantly has to defend themselves, because they're just not getting the kicks out of it. They're just not seeing you fall the way that they want you to. So just being aware of this is going to be super important. So we start off here with the Tower. These are the Last Unicorn cards, which, if you guys know, if you know, I am obsessed with The Last Unicorn. It's one of my favorite movies, favorite books, and I can't believe they have tarot cards. And it was a gift to me from my brother, and so one of my brothers, and this is just absolutely amazing. So I'm in love with these cards. So the Tower was reversed. So when we have the Tower reversed, that is a time when we are rebuilding, right? Everything has fallen apart, and we start to see, oh my gosh, I'm freed, right? What has been looming over me, what has been controlling me for so long, I am no longer under the thumb of this energy anymore. So this can feel very overwhelming because we're very used to the negative energy holding us back, keeping us small, keeping us in doubting ourselves. So with the Tower reversed, during this time, what has been looming over us, it starts to not be so much of a boogeyman, right? Not so much of the monster under the bed or in the closet. And all of a sudden we can start to say, oh my, I can move forward, right? There's a power to us that we are absolutely becoming in alignment with. And it moves us to the Four of Wands reversed. Now the Four of Wands is the Minor Arcana marriage card. So in the upright position, it's happiness and it's success and it's celebration. It reversed. We can be really looking at things that we have dedicated ourselves to. Now, if we have responsibilities, we have those responsibilities and we have to uphold them. But with the Four of Wands reversed, we're looking at things and saying, what is dragging me down? What do I feel responsible for that I'm not responsible for? What is it that I feel like, this should be celebrated, or this should be easier, or this should be, and it's not. So here, we're going to be looking at things and making some big changes where it's like, why is this so hard? Or why is this so chaotic? Or why is this so overwhelming? Where it used to be a celebration, where it used to be joyous, and we're reclaiming our joy. We really are reclaiming our joy. The Seven of Coins is planting the seeds that we want. It is moving forward in power and in prosperity, but it's also being patient. So the Seven of Pentacles is saying during this moon on the 13th of November, we're really setting in our intentions, which is a fantastic thing to do with a new moon, to set forward your intentions. And what we're going to see here is that we're patiently waiting for them to grow. We are saying, this is what I want. And we're becoming much more aware of what we want, aware of how we need to move forward for us. And as we do so, we become empowered, we become emboldened, we start to see things more clearly, more openly for ourselves. And it brings us to this place where, yeah, it's going to take time for the seeds to grow. But with the Nine of Wands reverse, we are releasing the negativity that put us in a cage. We are releasing the battle wearied, overwhelmed, I can't, energy that had us held back. And the cage bars, the cage doors are starting to open. And we're starting to say, I can do this. I can move forward. There is so much more out there for me than I ever realized. And it brings us to the Five of Wands reversed. The Five of Wands is pettiness. All right. It is fighting for the sake of fighting. It is arguments for the sake of arguments. And it is just sheer pettiness. And this is going to be something during this time, Aries, where we're looking at it and we're saying, no, I will not be defined. I will not be dragged into this gossip, this malice, this hurt, this pain. I'm releasing the pettiness and I'm seeing myself move forward in the power of what I need, of what I want, and what I am accomplishing for me. And it brings us to the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords can be negative air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But what I really see this as, it is a conversation with our inner child that we don't really want to have. It is a sitting and talking to ourselves, or taking in the energy that is around us and listening and finding us moving forward in a way that is surprising. It's like, oh, I didn't know I needed this, or I didn't know I wanted this, or I didn't know that this was a part of me. We start to listen. And our inner child, our inner self, really wants to be heard. This is going to be a time where we are an unwilling student, but we are going to be taking in a lot that feeds our mind and feeds the power of our voice and moves us forward. And we're going to be doing so with dedication and determination. If you have an air sign energy in your life, you might find that you're in conflict with them, but that you have tremendous lessons coming forward. You both teach each other a tremendous amount. So just be aware of this. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. So very strong Gemini energy coming through. So being aware of that is going to be super important. We also come through as the new moon, Aries new moon right here. So this new moon has a tremendous effect on us, whether we realize it or not. As the tower falls, as, the foundation that has been looming over us, that has been, domineering us, falls away. We see conclusions are within reach. And we start to see that we're bringing to fruition what our soul needs, what we need, how to open up the door, where we want to be, the energy that we're planting, or the energy that we're connecting with. We bring it to fruition. Okay? Conclusions are within reach, but it is also very powerful to be aware of ourselves during this new moon. And as we are aware during this new moon, we fill ourselves up. What are our intentions? What do we desire? What do we want? Because what we focus on comes forward in a very real way, in a very powerful way. It brings us to showing the world the real you. And as we do this, we're looking at what we had been dedicated to. And as we and not even what we have been dedicated to, what we are dedicated to, the relationships that we have been in, the work environments that we have been in. We're looking at it all. It's not just like, oh, well, what needs my time right now? It's like, what have I consistently been giving my time to, been giving my effort to, that doesn't honor and respect me? Because now I'm blossoming. Show the world the real you and blossom into the person that you want to be. Blossom into your power, into your intensity, into your insight, because it brings us then to conclusions, to communications is key. When we're planting our seeds, we need to communicate to ourselves, what do I want? And we need to assess the situation. We need to look at things much more openly, much more honestly than we have been, and say, okay, what's really here? What am I really seeing? Not what am I supposed to be seeing, or what sounds good, what's a good, soundbite or, clip to show people, but what am I really feeling, seeing, and experiencing? And communication is key. So we have to say it to ourselves. Are we going to want to? No. No, because we're also battling with that inner child that wants to speak, that wants to have a voice, that gets to have a say. It's kind of like shut up and sit down. But inside of us, that child is speaking, is being heard, and we need to connect with that. And that's going to be something that's a little bit tricky. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be super important. It's a time to give rather than take, and resilience. Okay, resistance. We are seeing that there's been an energy around us. We see this with the Nine of Swords. It's beautifully depicted with the Nine of Swords. The cage. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I hit my mic. The cage has been around us right here, right? She's in a cage. The last unicorn is in a cage. And they're looking in. And it's like, okay, I see that cage that is around you. Now the bars are falling away. So here, it is a time to give rather than take. It is a time to give of our energy, of what we want, of what we desire. And then resistance is like the energy around us has tried to make us small. It has tried to crush us down. We know what that feels like. It's not like, oh, I have no idea what that could possibly be. We know what that feels like. We see it. We name it. We respect it. We are not crushed by it. And as we are empowered, what we're going to find here is that it's time to take action, which is what we're really, really good at. Taking action, Aries, is something that we were born to do. Like if you need somebody to take action, if you need somebody to take charge of a situation, you need an Aries. And here with the Four of Wands, we're done with the pettiness. We're done with the gossip, the minutia of things. It's time to take action. What are you hungering for? What do you want? What is it that's like that fire burning in your belly? Because that's going to be what focuses us during this time, Aries. It's time to take action. Not in the way of I'm getting revenge, not in the way of my anger is coming out, but in the way of I am building the most exquisite life for me. And as we do this, the answers you need are coming. They are. Now, it's very interesting because we have purity reversed. So there isn't the sense of like, I'm just going to meditate and watch the snowfall, and then all the answers are going to fall into place. We are going to find that the answers we need are coming. But it's not going to be in that neat little package. It is going to be a little bit more messy, a little bit more real, a little bit more open, a little bit more honest than maybe we want it to be. And as we do so, we're cutting through a lot of the doubts and the fears and the negativities that have held us back, that have kept us biting our tongue, that has kept us small. And we find that we're embracing our power. This is a very, very powerful moon. It is a moon that has us seeing ourselves with a level of openness and honesty that is intense. It is unexpected, because we're going to be thinking, oh, this is going to be easy. And yet the rawness that comes forward is just, it can knock you off your feet. It really can. It can take your breath away with its intensity. Our subconscious energy from spirit is serenity. We need to focus on our peace. What brings you peace? What brings you joy? What makes you serene within your life? And moving forward in that energy is just going to be one of the most important things. It moves us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And that is the Princess of Pentacles. People using money as a weapon. All right? Immaturity around money, but I really see this as people using money as a weapon. Do be mindful about this. Our subconscious tarot message is the Death card reverse. The Death card represents Scorpio energy. But this is the dying way of the old self, the rebirth of the new. We can be wanting to hold on to the way things were once upon a time. We can also find this time of Scorpio time period to be a bit intense, a bit overwhelming, a bit, like, whoa, what the heck am I getting into? because it's connecting us with the spirit world. The veil between the spirit world and the earthly plane is at its thinnest. And as we embrace the knowledge that moves us forward, we can find it that, we're guided by our ancestors. We can find it that, spirit is leading us in a direction we hadn't really anticipated. And it starts to open up a door. It's like, oh, this is what I need, right? This is what I want. This is where I need to be. But it's causing us to transform. It's causing us to, rise up out of darkness and doubt and despair and hurt and pain. And it can be painful and it can be intense, but we're facing it during this time with dignity and respect and with the power of an Aries. With the power of an Aries, we are facing the death card, right? Which is something you cannot unrun. And with Scorpio energy, it's sitting there and it's being aware of uncomfortable truths. And as we are aware of uncomfortable truths, we are aware of kind of like the closing of the eye. I've been thinking, not always, but I've been thinking of the moon a lot more lately like an eye. With the full moon, it's wide open. With the new moon, it's closed. It's like, what do you need to rest and see? And here it's like, what do you need to rest and see that transforms you, that opens up the door? Our subconscious Luna message. It's extremes reversed. We're being warned again with the 7 of Wands as a warning card, with the 9 of Wands, with the 5 of Wands. We're being warned of extremes. So here it's like extremes reverse. Be mindful. Do not let things fall into the extremes and go one way with the pendulum and the other way with the pendulum. It'll just become exhausting. You're very close to achieving your goals. Do we feel that way? No. We feel like it's miles and miles to go before we sleep, right? It's miles to go before we get to that place that we want to be. Is that necessarily the reality or just the feeling because we have been through a tower time, because we have been through so much, we have seen so much, we have experienced so much? Are we holding ourselves back? Are we doubting ourselves? Conclusions are within reach. How do we close our eyes, center ourselves to truly see how we need to move forward? All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this new moon and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed moon. Bye.